Hello and welcome to Maker's Vlog. So today wasn't today, it was actually a couple of days ago, I treated myself to a few new tools, and seeing as the internet goes absolutely bucking bickies for unboxing videos, I thought I would join the bandwagon. This is one of the things I got. It's a gas soldering iron. If you've never used one, they're really good. They're really handy for sort of like portable work. So if you're out and about, you're out in the field trying to do some repairs or something like that, they're very handy. I've used gas ones before with one of my old jobs. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know that my current soldering iron that I use in the house is one of these, and it is oh so shit. I mean, super bad. Now, don't get me wrong, if you're just starting out in electronics and you don't have a big budget, it'll work. They make your life a bit more difficult, so I've upgraded a bit. So I've got this one, which I can take out on, possibly take out into the field, a bit more portable. And I've also got another soldering station that I'll be doing another video on. So it's a 3-in-1. They say it's a 3-in-1 because apparently it has a blowtorch, a hot air gun, and a soldering iron all in one. Blowtorch I don't know about, but the hot air gun particularly I think will be quite useful for heat shrink. Rather than using a lighter. So we'll see how well that works. Apparently it comes with loads of goodies. What have I got here? Yeah, blowtorch, hot air gun, soldering iron. Load of crap on the back. Let's see, precise flame. Okay, so it's to use a blowtorch with soldering tasks. I suppose that would work with copper. Using copper pipes, was I use blowtorches to do that. But yeah, it's a box. You've all seen a box. Let's get into this. So the other one I've got is a wee soldering station. It's the same make. Actually, that's a point. This is a Parkside. I got this out of Lidl. I think Aldi and Lidl are similar. If you're over in England, we don't have Aldi over here, but Lidl is the one that we would go to, and this only costs about 15 beer tokens, so they're cheap. So we'll see how well it actually works. I'll be doing once I've had a bit more time to play with this, I'll have a bit of a review of it, just to see how well it actually holds up. Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay, so you get a small gas mix. What is it? Propane and butane mix. Fairly standard. I think that's like lighter fuel. Do I have a lighter on me? I do. Doesn't say. I'm pretty sure it's the same stuff. So that's handy if it is, because then you can get that quite easily. Small box here. What's this? The empty box. Okay. I wonder was that just in there as padding. Instruction manual. We'll look at you in a minute. And do you know what? I'm assuming this is a wee carry case. It's actually quite nice. I mean, it's cheap and cheerful plastic, and there's some sticky gunk on the underside, but it was more than what I was expecting. So what have I got? So it comes with a wee bit of solder. What type is that? Flux core solder, 1mm thick. I think it's a bit thicker than the stuff I usually use. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's a bit thicker. I like using thinner solder just because it gives you a bit more precision, but the thicker stuff works absolutely fine. Cleaning pad. Is that a cover? Yes, that's a cover, which is quite nice actually. It stops you burning yourself. Look at that in a minute. This was allegedly for the heat gun, I think, if you see on the back of that. Yeah, for the hot air gun. I don't know what this particular attachment is for. I'll need to look in the instructions, but I was thinking for heat shrink. if you have the connection here, you just put that around it and that would circulate the heat around the heat shrink evenly. Don't know whether that's what it's for or not, but I thought that would be a use for it. Soldering bits. Oh, fat fingers, can't get them out. Oh, no, that's... There you go. So, little chisel tip, which is handy because I quite like a chisel tip, it gives you plenty of surface area. I believe this is a flow tip. Sort of. I don't know how well you can see that, but that's just a straight across. Most flow tips that I've seen are sort of concave. I'm not sure whether that's meant to be a flow tip or not. And I don't know, a circular bit. It's quite long. And then the device itself. So it comes with a pointed tip on it. I'm assuming this is just a screw in. Yes, it is. And actually, while I'm here, I'm going to swap this out for the chisel bit, because that's what I use, what I like to use. Handy enough. I'd be curious to see how standard these tips are. Okay, so standard tip. Assuming this is to remove, yeah, that's to take that off. I would assume that's to change that into the blowtorch or heat gun. Button here, don't know what that does. We'll find out. Don't know how well you can see that. That's similar to having a lighter. I'm assuming hotter or colder. This here, which, oh, that's a sparker to actually get it going, I would assume. Ah, okay. That's what that is. So you press down the sparker and hold that, and that locks down, which I would assume then keeps the flame going, and then to turn it off again, you just spark it back off. Let's unscrew this. Yep, there's the flame and the wick in there. Very cool. Okay. I'm just going to have a quick skim, fill it up, and we'll get her going. I have a bit of wire here. We're going to attempt to solder and also put a heat shrink around. So we'll try it with the soldering iron, and also try the heat gun on it as well. And we'll see how that goes. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so I've got it filled. Yeah, let's fire it up. That's it. And don't know if you can see in there, you can see the flame coming out, and there's also a good bit of heat coming out of it. So, you know, on a cold day, bit of a hand warmer. So I will let that get up to temperature for a bit. This is the wire I'm going to use. It's just a bit of scrap I had, and I've made a really bad connection with them. I just want to see how it does in a worst case scenario, you know. So I've just jammed the cables together. It's not it's far from ideal. They're not tinned, nothing. One thing I did think of, this little port here that has quite a bit of heat coming off it, you might need to be careful with that. If you have your heat shrink quite close to the connection you're doing, the heat coming off that might cause it to melt a bit prematurely. But it's only on one side, so as long as you remember that it's there, you'd probably be fine. Let's see. Yep, that is up to temperature, so that's... Yeah, so that's alright. No, I know, shit weld aside, or shit solder aside, just seeing how quickly it got itself up to temperature. I mean, that was quite good. That wasn't even on full temperature. It hasn't made a good connection because, of course, it hasn't. But what I am going to do is just maneuver this around. This connection's probably going to fall apart on me now. Oh, maybe not. That's surprising, actually. I thought that was not going to hold. Did a better job than what I thought. Get the heat shrink round. And get it. Get it over. Now I'm going to take this off and use it as a blowtorch as it's designed, but I'm pretty sure you could probably just use that ejection port and just bring it round to heat that up. So I'll try that. Now this is just a first look. I am going to do a proper review of this once I've had time to actually use it for any length of time. Okay, there we go. So to use it as a hot air gun, all you do is unscrew the nib, the actual soldering our head, and you might see now there's a bit of a mesh which stops the flame from going any further, and that's it as a hot air gun. Then you can also use this wee attachment here, which I'm going to try and see how well it works, which just slots over. Oh, really crustally. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of that. It is just a jam it on and away you go. But yeah, we're going to see how well this works with it. So got the flame, get it up to temperature. How well did that do the back? Not very. Well, it did a bit, but yeah, it didn't completely get it. I think just using it as a hot air gun in of itself would probably be just as easy. But no, I missed a bit there. Handy enough. So yeah, that'll be that's it basically. I will be doing, as I said, a bit of a review on this once I've had that chance to use it properly and see what's good about it, what's bad about it. One thing I do quite like is the inclusion of the little cap to put over it once you're finished, so you don't burn yourself, which is quite useful. Obviously you can't use it with that on, but we'll see. But yeah, we'll see how it holds up, and I'll tell you a bit more about this in the future. Bye.